Dice are a great way to incorporate math into your daily routine at home. Most people have dice as a part of a game somewhere in their house. So most people have dice somewhere, and you can use 1 or 2 dice or more if you have more. The best thing to start out with is to make sure your child understands how dice works, what the patterns on one die is. And so what you can start out with is rolling and then covering the dice and asking your child, what did you see? A child might know 3, or they might have to guess. They might have to air count, or they might have to use their fingers to remember what they saw. This is the easiest way to begin using a dice as a math tool in your house. Then you can roll again. Oh, what did I get this time? That's right, it was 3 again. You might even start out by orienting your child to the dice just to see, do they know what it looks like? Do they know what's on this tool if they haven't used this tool before? Talking about all of the different sides, what those patterns look like. Once a child is familiar with using 1 at a time, you can work in a second one. Now, here's a trick of the trade. Everybody probably has one of these in a game someplace. If you have a child, or maybe you have sensory issues or are uncomfortable with hearing the sound of dice being shaken in a cup, I bet you probably also have one of these somewhere in your garage or in your house. Makes a big difference when rolling dice that way. So I'm going to let them see briefly. Cover. What did you see? Now a child might say 7. A child might say 5 and 2. If a child says 7, you might say, ooh, how did you see 7? And they might say, I saw 5 and I saw a 2. Or maybe they might say, I saw a 2 and I saw a 5. Or if they said, I saw a 5 and a 2, you can say, ooh, what is that all together? They might need to use their fingers to figure that out. Or they might have another way of figuring out how to combine 5 and 2 to make 7. And you simply continue rolling, showing, covering. Now, if your child is not ready for some of the bigger numbers like 5 and 6, you can simply take a piece of masking tape and cover those numbers on the dice, and that can turn into a 0 if needed. That's an easy way to change the tool to make it work for the range of numbers that your child is working with. If you have a child in 2nd grade, you might even try. Oh, wow, that was loud. I think I'll switch to this. You might even try 3. What did you see that time? I saw a 4 and a 3 and a 1. And I know 3 and 1 make 4, and 4 again is 8. You got it. This is just a great way to make math a fun part of learning. This is just like doing flashcards, except way more fun because we're incorporating a fun learning tool. We're incorporating quantities of dots instead of just bare numerals that we don't really have any connection to. We can connect dots with a number, and then when we see a flashcard with a 4 plus 4, we're going to picture those dice dot patterns that we've been playing with all of this time. If you have children in 3rd grade, you can even get into multiplicative thinking by adding even more dice. You can even say, ooh, what if we rolled 5 4s? How many would that be? Dice give us a lot of options for incorporating math in a fun way, making math fun, learning more about numbers and quantity in a way that's happy and enjoyable. See you next episode.